The results were only released in the year 2000. Here's what they said. The last sentence says, quote, "The results suggest that modern human was not, in fact, descended from Neanderthals." The modern human was not descended from Neanderthals. That is from the journal Nature, volume 404, March 30th in the year 2000. So now we know who we're not. We're not descended from Neanderthals, and as a matter of fact, since that time, additional evidence has shown that we shared the earth with the Neanderthal, which means we could not have descended from them. All right, so now we know who we are not. Fast forward to another DNA discovery. You've probably heard of Cro-Magnon. That is a term that was used when I was in school back in the 60s and 70s, and it's still being used in some places today. But the term has been replaced. It's no longer used now, and the words that have replaced Cro-Magnon are self-explanatory. Cro-Magnon is now replaced with an acronym that is AMH, the letters AMH. They stand for Anatomically Modern Human. And that tells the whole story. Anatomically modern humans, it used to be Cro-Magnon. They showed up 200,000 years ago on the earth, and they have not changed since that time. That means they are us, or we are them. The DNA of the anatomically modern humans that showed up 200,000 years ago and our DNA, it's essentially the same DNA. If you were to take the skeleton of an anatomically modern human and put it next to mine right now, except for their legs being maybe a little thicker, their bones, because they were running and walking probably much more than I do, you can't tell us apart. We are them, they are us. We showed up on this earth as fully realized, fully enabled, fully capacitated, anatomically modern humans 200,000 years ago, and we haven't changed. Now we're going to get into what this means, but I want to tell you that's not Darwin's idea of evolution. And this is where the problem comes in. I want to read to you just a couple of quotes from one of the research magazines, so there's no doubt in your mind about what it is that they're saying. This is from the journal Advances in Anthropology. In 2012, scientists claim that Cro-Magnon, is what they're calling it, the DNA is fully modern and unchanged. They actually have DNA now that goes back over 28,000 years from these beings. They haven't gone all the way back to the 200,000 year point yet, but they haven't changed. And it says, quote, "This means that Cro-Magnon was a fully modern individual who perhaps had even a larger brain capacity than we have today." So let me just talk to you a little bit about the brain capacity. They may have had a larger brain capacity because it gave them more surface